job ahead of her. She's got to get those balls across the plate.
And that one flat hits the plate, so 3-0 here. I'm curious in slow pitch softball if they swing away. I mean, if it's a good pitch, you swing, but you need the base runner, so we'll see. There's a strike right down the middle.
So a nice pitch. That's exactly what you want to see after one of those illegal low pitches. Just nailed it there. And as the batter, she had to let one go. Makes total sense. Now it comes down. This is a payoff pitch for sure.
There's strike 2.
Full count now.
All right, see what happens here is Truex with the full count pitch. There's off the hands to the second baseman, kind of a tweener. Quick play at first base, and there it is.
A 1-2-3 inning, just like they were hoping for.
Not working.
All right, so we are in the middle of the second here, 2-0 Union. Fort looking to get back on the board, or to get on the board, rather, for the first time. We are going to see their shortstop, Welch Stanford. Stanford, she'll be leading off this second inning.
Haven Reinhardt, she must be a younger sister of someone who was a senior last year, Haley. And then Caitlin Murphy will be up third.
This game sure does move fast, doesn't it? Slow pitch softball. They do have a time limit, so they got to get through these innings, and they play at a quick pace. It's fun.
I mean, a game is an hour and a half, like, no matter what, right?
Yeah, it's got to be over. And so we don't have stats, unfortunately, for any of these players because, we don't. But I'm sure most of these players are also on the fast pitch team.
This is a way to kind of, keep your skills up for that spring sport, the traditional spring baseball, softball season for the fast pitch team.
I mean, the hitting and pitching is different, obviously. But, I mean, the fielding fundamentals all remain the same. If you're a shortstop, if you're a second baseman, if you're an outfielder.
And you've seen some of that action from Fort's infield, balls coming, having to make, quick decisions about, where you go with that ball. It's a great hit from Welch Sanford. A good slapper into right field, and now Welch Sanford is on first base with no outs. And that brings up Haven Reinhardt.
There's a pop fly. That's trouble out to left field. Oh, great catch.
Just in foul territory, too. Good play. One out, one on, bottom of the second. This is Caitlin Murphy, the Trappers' second baseman.
We've seen a couple of defensive gems out of her so far. Let's see if she can do it at the plate.
Yeah, she's had some of those weird flares come out to her where the ball is spinning like crazy, gets into her glove. She's made a couple of good turns to first.
Well, there's an out. So 2 down here for the Trappers. And this brings up our pitcher, Adrian Truex, hoping to help her own cause here. I love that pink helmet.
Yeah, I do too. The ring of the bat.
That one drops. Oh, there's going to be a play at third base. Here's the throw. Oh, great toss. Right on target there. What a play there from our left center fielder.
That's a heads-up play because she didn't come up with that ball until Welch Sanford had already rounded second. She fired it a strike into third, and that wraps up the second inning. So the visiting team, the Union Titans, are ahead 2-0 here on the home team, Fort Vancouver.
We're about
going
to
into the third inning.
Yeah, about to be at the top of the third inning here. 2-0 Union. Union, it's interesting because Union in the regular season and all the other sports, Union's a 4A school. Fort Vancouver is a 3A school. But in slow pitch softball, they kind of just mix them all together. So we're looking at our standings here. You can't see them, but we're looking at them. It's a funny mix of 4A, 3A, and 2A schools all playing each other. And you would think, oh, okay, the 4A schools are going to dominate this league. But undefeated, 2A, RA Long, 16-0 overall, 9-0 in league. It just shows you it's a small school power here.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know how RA Long, how they do in fast pitch. They must have a power team there. Does this league look the same in fast? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure in fast pitch there's the traditional 4A, 3A, 2A,
okay,
breakdown.
Well, this is something. I mean, that's also. I mean, how many teams is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 16 teams in this league.
Yeah,
something like that. It's
looks like a couple of schools didn't field teams this year.
I understand. Okay.
So we're looking at 12 though. That's still an awful lot.
That's a big league.
There's a foul ball off the bat of Jasmine Schemenauer.
We are top of the third. The Union Titans up to bat. They're the visiting team. They lead 2-0. And a one strike on our batter.
There's another foul ball. Interesting on this turf too. This turf field, I see some of the players wearing traditional, plastic cleats. Some in tennis shoes. It's kind of a hard surface to play on.
It's different. It's got some give. So I mean, if you have cleats, you can get. Cleats will go down into it. It's not like that classic AstroTurf field that you're used to. If you ever played on artificial turf 20 years ago, where cleats wouldn't work because you're really sitting up on top, a hard weave and everything. This is deep. It's grass-like.
And so for the uninitiated, that's an out right there. We just saw a foul ball with 2 strikes. That's an out.
Yes.
There's a swing and a miss.
Boy, she was looking to put that into orbit. Big swing.
So 2 strikes here on the batter. This is Sam Kaiser.
Oh, okay, good. A little high on that pitch from Truex.
That was the one she swung and missed at on that first pitch. Good little discipline there.
Try.
Yeah. That one hits the plate. Obviously coming out at a funny trajectory there, so it's 2-2.
1 out, nobody on for the Union Titans here in the top of the third.
There's a swing and a miss, strike 3.
So essentially that would be 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, that's a rarity in slow pitch softball. So on your screen there it says 1 out. There are in fact 2 outs, and this count is 0-0. So just an update there. And here's our leadoff batter. There's a pop-up second base. That one could drop. No one seems to have a beat on it, and it does. So that was Ashley Griffith with the base hit. She is 2 for 2 now. Actually, she's 1 for 2. Her first at bat, she reached on an error. And that brings us up Bailey Bolts, our pitcher.
One of the few lefties that we're seeing today. Little high on that pitch.
So 2 outs for the Trappers, 1-0 on Bolts. There's a line drive base hit into right center field. Runner's going to go. They're going to go to third. Here's the throw. That ball sails away. Runner's coming home now. Here comes a play at the plate. No! The third baseman, not seeing the runner going, didn't see that there was a play to be made. I think Reinhardt could have had a play at home if she had seen it.
Yeah, she came up with the ball quick because it seemed to hit one of the poles on the fence instead of hitting the chain link and just dropping it. I heard it ricochet over there. It came back into the field of play real fast.
So now 3-0 Titans, and our batter is Lauren Cockrell.
The Titans now with a runner on second who advanced on that error at third base.
And Bolts now 2 for 2 on the day. That ball comes in low.
Low on that pitch.
Now, slow pitch softball pitching is a difficult thing to master.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to throw it into a saucepan, you know? Like the strike zone doesn't seem like it's a vertical strike zone so much as one that's at a diagonal.
There's a base hit in left field.
Left field coming in.
Runner stays on third base, but heads up base running from Cockrell there to motor into second base. So now we got runners on second and third, 2 outs. And our batter is going to be Cameron Buck.
A little bit high on that pitch. High and deep, I guess. All these pitches are high, I guess. Rip to third.
There's a rundown here now. Runner ran out of the base path for an out. That will be out number 3. Kind of a confusing play there.
Sense.
Yeah. The player's a little confused because the base runner ran out of the base path. Nobody was behind the third baseman yet. So
she turned to throw out to third, but her teammates were watching. But that evasive maneuver, not legal.
So we are in the middle of the third now. It is 3-0 Union. Fort looking to get on the board. And we are going to see at the the bottom of this inning, we are going to see, I believe, Jackie Salvin, the center fielder. So we're going to see Salvin, Maddie Flayton, the catcher, and then Natalia Villanueva.
Salvin batted. No, okay.
Yeah, I believe Truex was the last out of the last inning. I might be wrong about that. We'll see when they come up here, but. So, Mr. Ludlow, Fort Vancouver teacher,
Yes.
What's new at Fort?
Well, the entire administrative team is brand new this year. Some familiar faces who had different positions last year. We have a new principal, Kurt Scheidel. Comes to us from, I believe, Jason Lee.
Correct.
We have a new vice principal named Tony Libertor and a new vice principal named Luis Castro Quintanero.
Now, I know Mr. Libertor came to you from Columbia River High School.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Castro was at a elementary school before, but I may be wrong about that. I've met him a few times in the course of my work experience. A really good team, all really good guys there.
Big emphasis this year at Fort on our climate and culture. Expectations.
There's a sharply hit ball to third base, a one-hopper.
Third baseman. Boy, that's about the longest throw an infielder will ever have to make. And that was a laser.
Yeah, that one hopper off the turf is it's nice for fielders.
Maddie.
So this
Flayton.
Flayton. Maddie Flayton, our catcher, up to bat now. That ball hits the plate low. I know you said parent-teacher conferences are going on right now, so
Oh, yeah.
busy time for you folks.
Yep, midterms went out last week, or first progress report, I should say.
That's over
It's amazing how quickly, I think we're at the 35th day of school today.
Wow.
And as a teacher, that's it's gone by really fast. Little low and short on that pitch.
All right, so 2-1 here to Flayton. She just gets a piece of that one, but it goes foul, so 2-2. Chase that one a little bit high there. Hearing "not yours" from the first base coach down the way.
I love that view above the field. It's really a good shot from up there. Now that tower's something new for VPS game time, right?
That is new. We're still figuring it out. We've used it for soccer here at Fort Vancouver a couple of weeks ago. There's a tapper back to the mound, nice and easy over to first base. 2 outs now for Union. Yeah, the pole cam you can see probably from that center field right there. Ethan getting a good shot on there. Is a new piece of equipment we got through the grant that we get all our equipment from, and it's allowing us to do softball, hopefully some baseball this spring, and let us do soccer this fall out on the field over here at Fort Vancouver.
It seems like that would give you a good view of more action when you can see it from up above like that.
Yeah, because you can't really do softball or baseball if you can't get up high to follow the ball.
But it's also a great reason to, instead of bundling up and coming out here to Fort Vancouver to watch, you can watch from the comfort of your own home and have a view better than anybody who's in the stands.
Well, hopefully people come out. There's a pretty decent crowd out here today.
This is good to see. I see Mr. Stoda up there on the top row of Fort Vancouver's bleachers. He's got the room across the commons from me.
Supporting the team here. So 2-2, 2 outs.
It feels good to come out here and see some of these kids in a different different view than you normally have of them. And that's 3 strikes. And
just like that, we're at the end of the 3rd inning here. It's 4-0 Union. The Trappers looking to get something going here, but didn't quite turn the corner. So Union going to look now to try to extend its lead. We're going to see Cameron Buck. Did I miss that? She may have hit last inning. I'm trying to keep score here while I do this announcing. I'm not very good at it.
Classic baseball scoring is there's so many little things to it that I don't understand. It's fun to watch you try to keep up here.
Well, it's hard to look down on my paper and keep score, then look up and actually track what's happening in the game. So I'm doing my best, darn it.
She must have come home, right?
Yeah, Bailey Bolts, I believe, did score there. This is fascinating, I'm sure, for the listeners at home, but yes.
As we look at paper you can't see, talk about things. Just non sequiturs.
So actually, Maggie Tamelti's going to be our hitter, the 3rd baseman for Union.
Boy, she's had some great plays in the field so far this game. Like, impressive fielding. Big throw, good arm.
Here's some cheering from the Union bench. That first pitch coming in high and tight. It's funny because as announcers, we are right here on top of home plate. So whatever we say, I'm pretty sure the hitter can hear. So I'm trying not to talk during the pitch.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Way different from doing football games at Kiggins Bowl where you need a telescope.
There's a high fly ball in the deep left center field. But no problem out there for our rover. Yeah, that's Wilashewski. Yeah, Allison Wilashewski with the catch.
She had a beat on that ball right off the bat. Took 4 steps backwards, glove up, and an out.
Now up to bat, Jasmine Pelasasa. There's a strike. You know, it's slow pitch softball where the umpire catches the pitch.
It's anything to save time here. It's not really a game where you would get a signal from the catcher for a different kind of pitch, right?
No, it's. Well, I mean, there's a couple of different slow pitch pitches. You can do like the classic, like top spin kind of ball. You can do the
sure.
thing where you try to put a lot of backspin on it.
The big side stepper, like the Oregonian team or the Cebu team used to play against us.
We used to be on a slow pitch softball team together. For those of you at home,
absolutely did not compare to this.
We're in the media league at Portland Softball League. There's a rip down the third base line. That's gonna have a play. No. So
probably smart to just eat that one and save it. It appeared that Maddie was rounding first and would have headed to second on any throw.
So that was actually Jasmine Pelasasa with the base hit.
Is that right?
Yeah, because Maggie Tumulty hit last.
Oh,
she flew out to left.
Sorry.
There's a pop up to the first baseman. A little collision there between the runner and the first baseman, but they sort that one out and.
Yeah, knowing Destiny, she was not going to lose that collision. She's
a take charge person.
A take charge kid for sure.
All right, so our batter now is Sam Peace.
Little deep.
This is the first baseman up.
Some really tall players on this Union team. Very tall.
There's a dribbler down the third base line. That goes foul.
That's an illegal pitch, and they're just going to call it. I wonder how that works. If that's an automatic ball because it was an illegal pitch, or if swinging at it gets you a strike.
As a hitter, sometimes those flat pitches, even though they're illegal, are pretty appealing. And that one hit.
See, my daughter is over there on the Fort Vancouver bleachers, and she has moved from the back to the front. So that proves to me that this is some good action, good viewing here.
Maybe a future slow pitch softball player.
Oh, I would hope so. I mean, what a good way to build some team camaraderie.
There's a pop up in the left center. Oh wow, that gets over the head all the way to the fence. That's gonna score one run. Here comes the throw home. It's gonna be wide left. Meanwhile, here comes the runner to third, no throw. So a double, an RBI, and third base on the throw for Sam Peace. And it is 5-0 Union.
Well, that was ripped. The rover, Wilashewski, she went back for it. It was a little over her head, rolled to the fence, and real good speed for the hitter on that one. And she wasn't stopped until she got to third.
And this is
the throw-in was good. Had the distance. Little off target.
Our hitter now is Kennedy Salvetti, the catcher.
She's got those traditional classic cleats on.
That ball over the plate for a strike. And it is 0-2 now on the hitter. And that ball comes in high. So it's now 1-2 on Salvetti. Now 2-2.
It's all right. Several pitches to work with here. When you get up 0-2 on a batter, you can kind of feel around a little bit and try to catch a corner.
That ball sails in high, so now full count.
Good patience, great patience.
Yeah, Salvetti trying to extend this inning, bring up Jasmine Schemenauer, but we'll see what happens here on this pitch.
Yep, this is the payoff pitch. Let's see. That's a good one.
Off the fist to second base, no problem. Murphy with the toss over to first base, and that is the inning. So middle of the fourth inning, 5-0 Union. Fort needs to get something going here if they're going to start their comeback.
Yeah, Fort has only had one hit this game, correct?
Yeah, Welch Stanford had that, I believe, a seeing eye sort of ground ball through the right side. And so we still haven't seen all their hitters yet, actually. We've got Ayanna Vincent is the extra player. They call it extra player, extra hitter. So she's not out in the field. She's just hitting today, and this is going to be her first at bat. And then we'll get back to the top of the order with Destiny Crespo and Riona Playbook. So
this game really does move fast. We've been broadcasting for just a little over 30 minutes, and we've made it through 4.5 innings, or 3.5 innings. That is a rate that Major League Baseball would be hard pressed to ever match.
An interesting little tidbit here. So on our productions, as I mentioned, we have student crew members. We also have adult supervisors who are industry professionals here. So one of our guys, Joel Burhow, is a proud Fort Vancouver graduate. Our other professional here is Jory Randall, who's actually a teacher at Union High School. So we've got some cross-team rivalries here within our own team.
I hope those guys can get along. It's just a game.
We'll see. No fights yet. But Jory wore his Union hat, which is a gutsy move.
That's all right. I'm sure Joel brought his Union or his Fort Vancouver diploma.
All right, so it is 1-1 here on our first hitter, Ayanna Vincent. She hits a tapper back to the mound. Pitcher has trouble with it. Here's the toss over, plenty of time. It's the advantage of being the pitcher. You got a little extra time there to make the transfer and make the toss across. So 1 out now for the Trappers, and that brings up our first baseman, Destiny Crespo.
Again, a great photographer. Turned in almost all of her assignments. Earned a good grade. And I see her on occasion going into Mr. Stoda's class. She says hi. Yeah, she's not there. The Joe Burhow, Fort Vancouver graduate, just fixed my microphone. See if this works. I'm just not a loud talker. I've talked loud all day. Discussing assignments. Ripped, but off the handle to the shortstop, across the field, and another out. Now that's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th for the Fort Vancouver Trappers.
And that was Ashley Griffith with a strong play out there at shortstop.
Yep, they have a real poppy infield there. Some great arms in this infield, really accurate. Seems like the right fielder and shortstop. A couple of players who are hard to get. Excuse me.
So an inside pitch there.
Is that right, Darwin? Sure.
There's a throw across. There's an out, and that is the end of the inning. So 1-2-3 for the Trappers, and we're going to go here into the top of the 5th inning. 5-0 Union. Here's a replay we're going to see right here. Watch the runner coming across. You see that bang play at first, just in time.
Just in time.
Great replay for our crew there.
That was a good camera shot.
So we're now, like I say, going into the top of the 5th, just ended the bottom of the 4th. It is 5-0 Union. I can't believe how fast this game goes.
It's amazing. I mean, is it a certain number of innings if it doesn't get to an hour and a half, or is it an hour and a half? So we could we have a 14-inning game here?
I'd love that, but I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works.
7 innings?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Well, in that case, folks, we are more than halfway through this game.
Yeah, it's a little hard.
We do have one more broadcast scheduled for you this year, this fall season. We are going to be back with you guys next week. Next Thursday, we've got Camas versus Skyview in football. That's going to be probably the biggest game of the year in our area. Both teams undefeated in the Greater St. Helens League. Pretty much boils down to who wins that game wins league. So we will have that game for you next week. Pretty excited about that.
Did you say Camas Skyview?
What did I say? Yes, Camas and Skyview right there. They had the graphic on the screen there, guys. Thanks for that. Yeah,
Excellent.
we'll be live next. It's a Thursday night game. You know, usually your broadcaster, your football broadcaster on Friday nights. It's a Thursday night game, so make sure you're ready for that.
Probably about the best thing on TV that night.
Our old buddy Dan Tilkin will be doing play-by-play.
Terrific. Dan Tilkin, who recently found a mummified river otter in his mom's crawl space.
That is an unusual piece of trivia.
Yes, but trivia nonetheless.
So there's an out there. That was, I believe that was Jasmine Schemenauer on the ground ball out.
One out here in the top of the fifth for the Union Titans.
This is going to bring up Sam Kaiser. Swinging and a miss out of Sam.
It's really a beautiful little place where we are here. I see the colors of fall all over. I can hear the killdeer doing its little call like that. You know, they lay their eggs in on flat ground. Their eggs look just like rocks, but then they'll pretend that they're injured to get you to go away from their nest. They'll walk around with like a wing out until you go after them. They'll lead you away from their eggs. Very cool. See a lot of those around here.
Is this the nature inning? Did I miss something? Mummified otters and birds?
Anything else you want to talk about?
Softball, darn it, softball. There's a swinging strikeout. We have 2 outs now. Sam Kaiser with the strikeout. And we have Ashley Griffith, our shortstop, coming up to bat here. So some good pitching there out of Truex.
Yeah, got a foul on a swinging strike. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2
Oh, there's a rope down the left field line.
Just
Foul.
Foul. Man, that shot was a rip. You could just see the ball tailing foul there right at the end. It just tightrope the line there. So a ball and a strike and 2 outs.
You can see why Griffith is the leadoff batter here. Puts Goodwood on the ball.
Yeah, she's actually had more pop than I would have ever expected. Both of her first at bats, she made incredibly strong contact. Really laced it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of power in a little body.
She's 1 for 2, reached on a single and an infield error. There's another line drive right up the middle. That's a base hit.
I love seeing the rooster tail the ball makes when it hits this turf with the rubber pellets in it. I mean, a good spinning ball leaves a really cool rooster tail. It's cool. Now we have our pitcher, right?
Yep, this is going to be Bailey Bolts, our pitcher. So far, I believe 2 for 2.
And 2 runs scored.
Line drives into right center field. See what she can do here.